morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Galactic Science with Arturio and Emerys. Today, there's a few things that I need to do. I need to route power from this new power system I've built over to the fusion and the fission chambers. And unfortunately, what I've discovered is my cobble generation system is right square in the way. So unfortunately, I need to move this. And I also may make a few changes to it while we're at it. Let's see, I need to uncover this. And let's uncover the back part too. Unfortunately, all of this is going to have to move, which isn't a huge job, but it'll take a little while. And it'll give people another chance to kind of see how this works. Oh, stuck. Alright, where's all my brick? Is that all of it? Yeah, I think that's all of it. Okay. So, down here, okay, that's the soul sand generator there. This is the actual cobble farm, or cobble generator. And it's the very, very basic setup that you create using a transfer node, a piece of cobblestone, water source block, lava source block, and one world interaction upgrade. This is really pretty much the first thing you ought to build when you start playing Galactic Science, because you do not want to spend any more time than absolutely necessary manually making cobble from sieving moon dirt. That is an awful tedious process, and like manual sieving, it's something that you have to do early, but you need to get to the point where you don't have to do it anymore as soon as possible. Okay, there's the piping. Alright, so this water, let's get rid of that. I've got a nice stockpile of obsidian, so speaking of which, let me go over and look at this. Yeah, let's turn that off for now. Oh yeah, I'm wasting obsidian there. I need to upgrade that barrel. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is figure out, where am I going to put this? Where can I put this that it's not going to be in the way? Hmm. 1, 2, 3. That's not going to work. That's going to drive me nuts. The bobbling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 blocks long, and most of it's only 3 wide. There's a little bit of it that's 4 wide. The last little bit of it's 4 wide. I could potentially shorten it to 15 by taking out this little buffer block here. I could put it over here. I'm not likely to ever put anything in this corner that's going to need power that won't be routed along the wall. So I think this is going to be our target location. Back to 3-block mode. It's never any fun ripping up something that you've already done. That's 4. That's 5. And now we're getting close to the soul sand system. Let's see, do I have room for one more? Yeah, I've got room for one more. Okay. So now to figure out how deep it needs to go. Most of it only needs to be 3 deep. Come on, work with me here. Parts of it will need to be a little bit deeper than that, but not a lot deeper. Basically, the center channel where the awesomite blocks go need to be 4 deep. But other than that, it just needs to be 3. Okay, I'll save that stuff because I'll need to backfill the other one. Alright, so lava and water will go here. A piece of cobble will go there. So that means I am going to shorten it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's where the awesomite will go. And this stuff here, this is where the production of the resources will happen. And I'll dig that out as necessary to run piping in there. So I don't think I have any buckets made, so let me just make 2 buckets real quick. How are we doing on stuff over here? Yeah, it's accumulating things, which is good. Still got to have an awful lot of cobble, or I'm sorry, gravel. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to do these recordings early in the morning, before my wife gets up and before the dogs get up, mostly because the dogs running around, I'm afraid they're distracting to people. But and also when they first get up in the morning, sometimes they fight with each other, which, then I have to stop recording and try to figure out how to stop them from fighting. Which, for the most part, they get along. But my youngest dog, my middle dog doesn't like her as much as we would like her to. She's very jealous of her, and sometimes she displays that. Let's see, we need that. Oh. Alright, let me get this piping. These liquid transfer nodes. Fortunately, if you have all of this made, it's not a lot of work to move this. It's a little bit of work. It's not a lot of work. You just kind of have to know where everything goes, and I've done this so many times. I could almost do this in my sleep. Alright, that's enough for now. Actually, let's put that in there. Okay, transfer node on top. It is now a cobblestone generator again. What that world interaction upgrade does is whenever you have a transfer node with a world interaction upgrade, it causes it to pick up whatever is underneath it. So if you have water underneath it, it picks up water. If you have cobblestone underneath it, it picks up cobblestone. If you had obsidian there, it would pick up obsidian. So early game, if you have an accident making your cobblestone generator and you turn some lava into obsidian, and of course you probably won't have a diamond to pick, that's a way to deal with that. You can use your transfer node and a world interaction upgrade to pick up that obsidian. Little tip. Okay, now this last liquid transfer node is going to go right there. And yeah, okay, there we go. Now, these transfer pipes run down the center. And once again, we are now producing lava. Where I'm going to need my dolly, so let me go find my dolly. There it is. Technically, it would help if I had more than one, but I can do this. Just take an extra step or two. Unfortunately, I don't think I can pick up. Yep, you cannot. You can't pick up the special chest with a dolly. So I'll have to break it, which isn't that big a deal. It's easy to fix. And it's not that full of stuff, so I'll just take them out. Okay, there's the special chest. There's the upgraded packager basic. There is an advanced packager. I did make it in one of my solo worlds, and it didn't seem to work. So, all right, let me go put these in the old decomposer. There we go, decomposing. Okay, let's grab obsidian next, and then I'll come get some of this piping. Now there's a little bit of lava in each of these barrels. Actually, it looks like there's a full barrel of each. But that's okay. The system produces lava quickly enough that it'll refill that very, very fast. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab these other ones. It may seem like overkill to move all of this just to route a power line, but I would either have to move all of this a little deeper to get the power line to run underneath it, or to get the power line to run over this, or I would have to route the power line underneath it, and I didn't want to do that. So okay, so I'll just need to move these barrels in a minute. That piece of cobblestone doesn't need to be there. And I can backfill this a little bit. And this is the level here where I'm going to be running power right here. And actually, I think the power channel is going to be that right there. There we go. So I could do this right now. And hopefully I have enough. I may not have enough to run both of the power both to the fusion chamber and the fission chamber. I can make more. But honestly, the the fission chamber, if you want to experiment with Mindcam and see what you can break down, you can mess around with the fission chamber. But as far as like making progression through the pack and having to be able to produce things, I haven't found any recipes in the fission chamber that I absolutely had to use it. So I've one of my playthroughs I didn't even build one. And I'm trying to remember in the community server world when I remodeled everything and rebuilt everything. I'm trying to remember if I put a fission chamber in it, and I don't think I did. So yeah, I basically kind of consider fission chambers optional. So if you really want one, have at it. If not, you don't have to have one, in my opinion. Okay, so there is something I want to do. Oh, okay. I was looking for the cobble chest. Need a place to stand while I put this down. Okay, so the cobblestone chest needs to go just ahead of the special chest. And the reason is, otherwise, chances are all of the cobblestone generators are just going to fill the special chest, and none of the cobble is going to ever get to the the cobblestone chest, other than possibly the last one on the line. So this will fill really, really, very, very slowly. Okay, so I heard a rumor from Sunseal that you can use the wrench. Yeah, look at that. Side is 4, side is 1. I'm not really sure why. This is kind of a weird interface for this. But you shift right click with the wrench, and you get this little interface thing on different sides. So I put that on side 1, but now if you go over to here, side 4, you don't have that. And apparently you can put more of these packager upgrades in here. And as I was saying earlier, the upgraded packager or the advanced packager, I tried it and it didn't seem to do anything, and I couldn't find any information on this. So the basic one works. If you put more in here, it'll produce compressed cobble faster. And my intention long term is somehow, and you know what? I may move this. How could I set this up? What I want to do is I want to make an automated system to pull from this special chest and feed it into a decomposer through a filter so that it'll only grab triple compressed cobble, because that seems to be the only thing that'll go through my decomposer. So what I want to do is I want to put a B-space barrel here that's linked to a filtered barrel here, so that it will automatically be constantly decomposing any triple compressed cobble it produces. And then when I do that, I may put a few more of those upgrades. Let's see how expensive those are. I don't think they were hugely expensive. Upgrade. Where? Okay. Item filter advanced. Packager advanced. Item filter advanced. I wish I could find good information about these, but I have not been able to. There is a book, and I think anytime you have a router in your inventory, it gives you the book. But I tried to look through it, and it's not written very well. Okay, so that is just pistons and some iron. Okay, so that's not terribly expensive. Each one would take 8 iron to produce. So what I may do down the road is yeah, 8 more. It would take me a stack of iron to make this, but I have a stack of iron to spare. I may do that off camera, or we may look at that in the next episode. For the moment, let's fill some of this in, partially so I don't fall in that lava. Okay, now, nope, that was not what I was trying to do. I was trying to make sure this is where the other piping needs to go. Let's see. Where are my barrels? Okay, I need to have a place for actually maybe just at the end of the line here. All right, let's see how this plays out. The lava tank. I don't need lava a lot, but every now and again I'll need a bucket of lava. And I want to have a place for that lava tank so I can just kind of grab it when I need it. All right, so... Oh. Now, so that these pipes don't connect and cause problems, that's why you want to leave a gap there. And then you need to have room to get the transfer pipe underneath it. And this one's different because this is where the water is going to go. And again, leave a gap between each one so they don't interfere with each other. And I think what I can do is, I think if I do that, put a piece of pipe there, and then put the lava tank there. Yeah, that should work just fine. Okay. Oh, that is, I forget to do this all the time, but this is something you can do. If you have your RR pick and say I've got it in 5x5 mode, right? So if I were to use this down here, this could wreak havoc, destroying stuff I worked hard on. If you hold the shift key down, it automatically goes to 1x1 mode for as long as you're holding the shift key down. It's just I usually don't remember to do that. But that's something that can help. All right, so now one transfer node. Okay, we're getting close to done here, believe it or not. This is a relatively quick build if you have all the materials. Early game, the only thing that keeps you from doing this is just having the stuff to make it. And once you have the stuff to make it, by all means build it. There's no reason not to, and there's every reason to build it. It's one of the single most useful things in the game. No more undos. I'm not sure. I must have hit Control Z or something. That's interesting. I did not know there were undos in Minecraft, but apparently the number of undos in Minecraft is 0, which would make sense. Okay. I do need water, and the easiest way to do that is just grab a block of ice. Now that lava may melt that ice, but it also may not. You know what? I did make one minor mistake. But that's okay. I need to place these barrels before, where's my dolly? There we go. I need to place these barrels before I can put the transfer node down that they need to sit on. Okay, there's one. Now, I hate standing on transfer nodes though because of this bobbing. Put a transfer node there. Put a transfer node here. They don't really need upgrades or anything. So these barrels are empty, so they're not pulling. So if I put glowstone and redstone in here, it'll automatically pull glow and redstone from the respective barrels, and the transfer nodes will insert it into the stone barrels from the top. The other transfer nodes will pull from the bottom the products. All right. Did I set that up right? Redstone for netherrack. On this one I unlocked it. So we'll test that in a minute. Let me grab the obsidian generator and put that back. Now the beautiful thing about this is because I made this out of, or I made it into a B-space barrel, it's already working again. I don't have to do anything. It's already doing what it needs to do. Okay, so I can close all of this back up. You know what? I forgot to do something. And let me check here. Yep. Now that wouldn't have been a problem because the lava in the stone barrel down there will, for the most part, keep it lit up enough that stuff wouldn't spawn in there. But you know, I don't like to take chances. I don't like to have mobs hidden in the walls growling at me all the time. It annoys me. So some of the things that I've done off camera that you haven't seen is when I was excavating this, when I found little caves, I went and backfilled them. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. or if they were very, very large cave systems, I went and lit them up at least, some distance out so that I wouldn't hear any mobs if there are mobs out in the caves. Not that I have a frequency modulator on, so I can't hear anything anyway, but it's just one of those things that I kind of do by habit. All right, so this should all be working again. Let's test it. And unfortunately, it looks like this episode's going to be right at about 30 minutes. I'm really trying to keep them down to like 20 minutes, but my success at that is not phenomenal. Okay, they're getting drawn in. All right. Let's have a look-see. Why is this not working? Oh, you know what I think's going on? Oh, okay, this one's working. Why is this one not working? Oh, I know exactly why this one's not working. It's because the barrel is locked. There we go. If the barrel is locked, it won't let you insert anything into it. Excellent. Yeah, it's a little slow. If I really wanted to, the lava generation system, I could replicate it a few times. I'm to the point now where I have the resources to make awesomite in larger quantities, but I don't know. I mean, for one thing, now that I've wedged it over here, I don't really have room for it. I'm trying to keep everything underneath the footprint of these walls because I have seen situations where, especially later in the game, meteors can continue to hit the same spot and they can dig down and down and down. And I want to have everything underneath the blast shield. We're far enough down that that's probably not a huge concern, but it's just the way I am. Okay, so that all works. I think that'll do it for today. I hope you all got something out of today's episode. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment. As always, if you haven't subscribed and you want to subscribe, that would be really awesome. And I guess this is Arturio Emerys signing out.